I'm July20. Let's begin with the top stories. Public consultation on draft constitution in full swing across the country. People from various quarters demand inclusion of their rights. Women remain absent from public hearings, busy themselves in regular chores. Obstruction and violence erupts in different places in course of collection of people's suggestions on draft constitution. And UK prankster Brodkin throws a pile of banknotes at FIFA President Sepp Blatter, forcing him to halt a press conference. The collection of public opinion on the preliminary draft constitution witnessed enthusiastic participation today. Majority of participants suggested that the provision of direct election should be incorporated from local election to president. They have also suggested that the provision of threshold should be included and criteria of educational qualification should be clarified in the constitution. People in Surkhet have said that the number of states in the federal setup should be 5 and the Prime Minister should be directly elected. Butwal saw enthusiastic participation, but there was lack of arrangement for people to pitch their suggestions. In Bhojpur, majority of speakers demanded that the rights of women, indigenous nationalities, Dalit and marginalized communities be guaranteed. In Dolakha, people recommended directly elected Prime Minister and compulsory provision of threshold. So Pokhara also saw enthusiastic participation from public. A large number of people had thronged at the venue where opinion was collected. Task of public opinion was also completed in Manang and Mustang. In Nawal Parasi, people complained that the consultation programs were mainly centered in the urban areas and that remote regions were ignored. Residents of Kathmandu have suggested the rights of all Nepalese should be guaranteed in the new constitution. During the public opinion collection held at the capital's Dasrat Stadium, the Kathmandu residents said that the new constitution should incorporate the sentiments of all castes and communities. They held the opinion that demarcation for the federal units should be carried out from north to south. The term religious freedom should be included and there should be an end to all discriminatory practices. People from Kathmandu also demanded press freedom and called for added participation of women, children and physically challenged. They said the rights of these groups need to be enhanced. Saying that the opportunity to pitch their opinion is a matter of great pride, they said their suggestions need to be implemented. Speaking on behalf of the government, Deputy Prime Minister Prakash Man Singh and lawmaker Dr. Babu Ram Pokhrel pledged that the two-day campaign will collect invaluable suggestions from the people. Meanwhile, cadres of RPP Nepal protested and sloganeered, hampering the program briefly. RPP Nepal activists have demanded the inclusion of Hindu nation in the constitution. Copies of the draft constitution haven't arrived in many places in Lalitpur, even as discussion on the draft are underway. The participants at one of the venues we arrived at talked about the need for acknowledging religion, citizenship and rights to federalism. The citizens also raised questions on everyday issues. The lawmakers said they would ensure the suggestions made by the people are heard at a constituent assembly. While the task of opinion collection was going on in full swing, the people in the nearby villages were unaware of it. People in the south of Lalitpur said suggestions were only being collected from the towns. In Bhaktapur area number 172 people contributed their suggestions on the draft constitution. They said all religious groups, communities and ethnicities should be acknowledged in the constitution. They said that the rights of all Nepalis should be included in the new constitution. There are 67,000 voters in the constituency. Only around 500 people participated in the discussions today. Out of them, 217 submitted written suggestions and the others submitted them verbally. The participants said that participation should take place on the basis for population in every state mechanism. They demanded a child-friendly constitution. Some people representing the protesting parties tried to obstruct the proceedings. The residents of Karnali zone have demanded that the constitution enshrine a provision that guarantees them special rights along with compensation. They have come together to put forth suggestions on the constitution's draft regarding issues of importance to them. We have a report.
Karnali residents have been proactive about making constructive suggestions on the draft constitution. As per our Mugu correspondent Raz Bahadur Sahi, Mugu residents wished to see their rights and entitlements be secured in the constitution at all costs. Poverty is rife in the district, with most people struggling to make ends meet on a daily basis. Mugu's Dalit residents have demanded the constitution guarantee their welfare employment opportunities that secure them a stable livelihood. Women in the district also called for better health and education facilities and a provision that guarantees citizenship be granted by mother's name.
राम्रो स्थानीय सुरक्षा साधनबाट एउटा रोजगार मिल्ने तरिकाको त्यस्तो खाले संविधान बन्नुपर्छ र हाम्रो दलित महिलाहरूको विशेष अधिकार एउटा कागजको खोसामा नभएर म्यान चाहिँ संविधानमा राम्रोसँग चाहिँ उल्लेखित हुनुपर्छ।
वृद्धदेखि बालकसम्मको रोजगार कर्नाले रोजगारको लागि अधिकार हुनुपर्छ।
Residents also urged lawmakers not to split the zone when demarcating provinces. They said the constitution should enshrine the right to extract copper from an ancient mine located in Mugu's Dolfu VDC. Likewise, they also called for tapping into the district's natural resources to boost production of herbal products and development of tourism. Jumla residents have also put forth their similar views. People from various sectors and communities also directed the lawmakers' attention to the agreements forged with the government at various points in time. They called on lawmakers to implement the agreement forged between the government and the Karnali Independent Province Struggle Committee in 2012. Karnali residents spoke in favor of delineating election constituencies on the basis of geography and population. They stressed on ensuring representation of the Karnali region on all bodies involved in the state's functions and policy making. They further added that marginalized and other impoverished communities, including women and minorities of the Karnali region, be guaranteed special rights. Karnali residents also advised that a Karnali Constitutional Commission be formed. They said that the Karnali province should be formed by focusing on capacity, identity and geography. They recalled that Sinja and Jumla was once an important place in the powerful and independent Khas kingdom. Karnali zone comprises 15% of Nepal's land area. Karnali residents have strongly urged for the new constitution to guarantee them special rights and compensation so that they may climb out of poverty and make economic progress.
Meanwhile, we caught up with people in Nepalganj, Kavre, Sarlahi and Nuwakot to hear their suggestions on the constitution's draft. Before we go for a short break, let's take a look at what they had to say.
पहिला हाम्रो मतलब मुस्लिम आयोग चाहियो, संवैधानिक मुस्लिम आयोग चाहियो। यो हुँदैन भने हाम्रो यो केही कानुन हुँदैन। मात्र मुस्लिम लेखेर केही हुँदैन। हाम्रो विशेष अधिकार चाहियो, किनभने हामी सबभन्दा पछाडिएको समाज हो। हाम्रो शिक्षाबाट हामी वञ्चित छौं। हाम्रो मतलब आर्थिक क्रान्तिबाट हामी वञ्चित छौं। हामी मतलब सबै तर्फबाट पछाडिएको यो समाजले त्यसको समाज फेरि दबाउनलाई पहाडी बात मतलब संविधान बनाउनलाई खोजेको हो। यस्तो संविधान आउँछ भने त्यो क्रान्तिमा हामी जान्छौं। पछि जो पनि सुख होला, तो मुस्लिम क्रान्ति हुन्छ भने त्यो सबैले घाटा हुन्छ।
प्रत्येक नागरिकलाई बाँच्न पाउने हक हुनेछ, तर उनलाई जुनसुकै कसुर गरे पनि मृत्युदण्डको सजाय दिने छैन भन्ने हाम्रो देश संविधानमा विगत 4 सालदेखिकै संविधानमा त्यो कुराहरू उल्लेख भएको हुनाले देश टुक्र्याउन खोज्ने तत्त्वहरूलाई चाहिँ कारबाही गर्नुपर्छ, नसिहत दिनुपर्दछ र मृत्युदण्डको सम्मको सजाय दिनुपर्दछ भन्ने हाम्रो माग छ।
बिहान आवे वाला भविष्य में ओकरा बाल बच्चा का अंकित गिरता मिली तो वो काफी बने सकी, आवे वाला भविष्य में तो ओकर लाइफ चौपट हो जाए, न वो प्रधानमंत्री बने सकी, न प्रधान न्यायाधीश बने सकी, न राष्ट्रपति बने सकी, वंचित करके ओकरा के राखल जाए।
हिन्दू राज्य हुनुपर्छ यो संविधानमा लेखियो।
संघीयता हुनुहुन्न, हाम्रो देशको सानो देशले हैन धान्न सक्दैन भन्ने कुरा हो। संघीयताले देश टुक्राउँछ हैन। अब हामी अहिले जसरी मिलेर बसिरहेछौँ त्यो चाहिँ गाह्रो हुन्छ। पछि अब भोलि प्रादेशिक राज्यको कुराहरू आउँछ, जस्तै नेपालगञ्जको जनताले नेपालगञ्जलाई बनाउनु पर्ला भन्ला, भोलि सुर्खेतको जनताले सुर्खेतलाई बनाउनु पर्ला भन्छ, बाँकीलाई टुक्र्याउँदा बाँकीमा आन्दोलन होला। यो धान्न धेरै गाह्रो चाहिँ हो।
हामी सुझाव दिन चाहन्छौँ कि संविधान विभागको संविधान आवश्यकता छैन, त्यसैले संविधानलाई कम्तीमा यो आउने संविधानमा सीमाङ्कन गर्न र गराउनलाई कम्तीमा उहाँ मान्यहरूलाई आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु।
जस्तो प्रस्तावनामा सगरमाथाको देश, बुद्धको देश, विभिन्न दिनजनाहरूले आर्जेको तिनीहरूको पनि तिनीहरूको पनि एउटा चाहिँ केही सम्बोधन हुने किसिमका भाषाहरू प्रयोग गरेर प्रस्तावना तयार गर्नुपर्छ।
भोटको बेलामा फर्सी रोपेको जस्तो मैले महसुस गरेँ। यहाँ कतिपय धारा उपधाराहरू पढ्न पाएको छैन। यसमा म के क्लियर गर्न चाहन्छु भने कम्तीमा तपाईँहरू आउनुभन्दा पहिला मसौदाहरू गाउँ गाउँमा बस्ती बस्तीमा नगर नगरमा वितरण गरेर अलिक तयारीको साथ आउँदाखेरि अलिकति आज यो विरोध जसरी भयो धेरै मलाई लाग्छ कि व्यवस्थित हुन जान्थ्यो कार्यक्रम।
Welcome back. Now at a time when voices are being raised to make the new constitution women friendly, women's participation in constitution consultations has appeared low. In Bhaktapur electoral constituency number 1, around 500 people have gathered for the public hearing, but there are barely 30 women in the group. Many women didn't even know such a program was taking place. Similarly, in Kavri, among 300 women, there were only 12 women present. None of them had anything to add to today's discussions. All the women are busy in farming. In Dhapa, the number of men was considerably more than the number of women at the discussions. There were only around 50 women out of the 300 at the discussion program at Manglung. In Butwal, the number of women were more encouraging. They gave their suggestions on issues related to women's rights. At a crucial time like this, when women's voices should be heard to push the incorporation of their rights in the statute, their representation has, however, remained minimal. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you SMS us with your opinion.
Janaman, brought to you by Capitol Hill College and Higher Secondary School, Teku, Kathmandu. Bagmati College, Sukidhara, Kathmandu. Uniglobe Higher Secondary School and College, Kamladi, Kathmandu. Global College of Management, Midbaneshwar, Kathmandu. Xavier Academy, Lazimpat, Kathmandu. KMC National Higher Secondary School, Balkumari, Lalitpur.
But before that, let's take a look at the results of yesterday's polls. Yesterday we had asked you what should be done to improve the performance of Nepal's cricket team. 37% voted for A, better coaching, 27% voted for B, no politics in sports, and 36% voted for C, invest in infrastructure. And today's question is, why is women's participation in public consultation on draft constitution poor? Your options are A, no leisure, B, no faith in being heard, and C, lack of awareness. Voting for that question is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 8080 to share your opinion with us. Now, violence erupted in several places in due course of public opinion collection today. In Sirahaz, Lahan and Mirchaya, the Madhya-based party leaders burnt copies of the draft constitution. A group led by Sanghya Samajwadi Forum MP Birendra Yadav protested at a program which was attended by Unified Maoist Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal. The demonstrators sloganeered and waved black flags. Dahal had to cut short the program after he met with the obstruction. In Banke, RPP Nepal cadres tore copies of the constitution. Police prevented protesters from waving black flags at the program that was being attended by Prime Minister Sushil Koirala. In Rohtag's core UML leader Madhav Kumar Nepal also faced obstruction as members of Madhesh-based parties protested. They said the citizenship right was not inclusive of the Madheshi people's rights. Police had to fire tear gas to take the situation under control. In Janakpur too, the Madhesh-based parties voiced their dissent. Police fired tear gas to bring the situation under control. 14 people were injured when a clash ensued. 2 journalists were also injured during baton charging. Protesters were held in Dhanusha as well, in Orahi and Sekaraturi. 8 protesters were injured in the clash. In Mothuri's Jaleshwar, protesters disrupted the task of opinion collection. 1,000 protesters was injured in a similar incident in Rajbiraj. In Kalaya, vandalism by agitated protesters were reported. Samajwadi Forum Bara's Ram Babu Yadav and Congress aligned full Muhammad Mia was seriously injured. Altogether, 12 people were injured. The public consultation program in Taplejung, attended by Communication Minister Mininda Rizal, was also met with some resistance as the Sangya Limbuwan party protested. In Kapilvasu, the program went on despite protests. In Makwanpur's Hatia, RPP Nepal cadres burnt copies of the draft constitution. With that, we'll take another short break. For more news, stay with us.
Lions Cement, Lucky Jewelers, New Road, Kathmandu, Jagdamba Steel, Jasmine Paints, Liverpool International College, Shikhar Shoe, in association with upcoming news.
Once again, public consultation on draft constitution in different parts of the country. People from various quarters demand inclusion of their rights. Women remain absent from public hearings, busy themselves in regular chores. Obstruction and violence erupts in different places in due course of collection of people's suggestions on draft constitution. And UK prankster brought control the pile of banknotes at FIFA President Sepp Blatter, forcing him to halt a press conference. That's all for the moment. Up next is news in Nepali. Keep watching Kantipur Television. Good night.